according to the power that worketh in us. Wait a minute. And what blessed me on this is when Paul said now. Touch somebody and said now. When he said now, it eliminated the past issues. It didn't even go to the future. But it presented itself right where you are. Touch somebody and tell them, even now, God is able. And when I looked at that, he brought us to the place that we don't have to expect God to do it tomorrow. But he made us understand that he could do it now. Because he said, now unto him that is, look at somebody and tell them the ableness of God. Just write this down, write it down. The ableness of God, which means that there is nothing that he cannot do, nothing that he cannot fix, nothing that he cannot handle, nothing that he cannot bring you out of, nothing that he cannot eliminate, nothing that he cannot resolve. But you got to understand that you got to stand there and allow him to wash you. Touch somebody else and tell him our mind has to be washed. Yeah, because our thinking has residue from where we come from and the things that we've been through. And the enemy makes us feel that nobody is concerned about us. He makes us feel that God has forgotten us in all that we're going through, that God is not going to bring us out. But I come to tell you now unto him that is able. And the writer got to writing and understood that not one word could really explain what God is about to do. For now unto him that is able, that is able. When I read that, I thought about something else. What's this? Let's see if I can find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Because I want you to know, what's this? What made me rejoice is when he said, now unto him that is able. And I thought about it. I said, now God, you are able to do exceedingly abundantly anything above what we can think or ask. And when I thought about it, and there's a scripture that says in John, I think 15:4. What's this? 15:4. And it says, abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abide in the vine, and neither can you unless you abide in me. When I read that, and the Bible says now unto him that is able. So if he's able, but then the word says he abideth in me, which makes me able now to do what he did. So if he's able, that means I become able to do that the enemy is trying to convince me that I cannot do. Now him that is able to exceed my level. Now one thing that made me rejoice is that he said that worketh the power. Tell somebody you got power to overcome. You got power to come out of this. The power that worketh in me enables me to do that the enemy tries to convince me that I can't do. Tell somebody stand up and watch everything that is trying to attach itself roll off you. New way of thinking, stand up. New way of talking, stand up. New way of examining things alike, stand up. Because now the residue of what I come from is trying to hold me back and hold me down and keep me from receiving the blessing. Because you really can't get what God has as long as there is a film that's covering you physically. The only thing that will get the glory is the film, the residue that resides on you. But somebody tell them, let's get rid of the residue. You got to understand that God is well able, that he's well able to handle any situation in your house, in your family, in your mind, and in your body. But you got to condition your thinking to change from where you used to be. And stop wondering, will he do it today? And start declaring, now is the time of my deliverance. Just tell somebody, I'm coming out of this. Tell them I've been in it too long. See, I understand why the children of Israel, that when they were set free, couldn't get delivered even in freedom, because they was looking at where they were and not where they came from. When we stop looking at what surrounds us and look at the fact that we are not where we were, and that God has brought us out where we were, even though we might still be in the desert, but we are not where we are. The desert is designed to show you that God is about to do something else different. If he brought you out of captivity, why would he allow you to die in the desert? Tell somebody and tell them, I refuse to die in a place that is not designed to handle my glory. I refuse to let the enemy come in my life and take what God has given me. I might not be where I am, but watch this. Touch somebody and tell them, you got to learn how to worship from the cross. Y'all ain't got it yet. God told us that it'll be easy. But when you are nailed to the cross, can you tell him thank you? You got to understand, when God was nailed to the cross, he said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. You got to forgive folks that is deliberately doing you wrong. See, you got to learn how to worship when you are crucified. The best worship is when you are crucified. See, you got to learn the best praise is when they hung you up and thought you were going to curse God and die. They hung you up and thought you were going to deny him. But you said, blessed be the man of the Lord. The enemy thought you had when they nailed the nails in your hand. But you said, the Lord did it, and the Lord take it away. Blessed. Look at somebody and tell them, you gotta learn how to worship from the cross. It ain't gonna be easy, but the greatest glory came to him when he was on the cross. The greatest victory, because then, while he was on the cross, he was conquering hell. Y'all ain't got it yet. It's your cross that's going to give you victory over hell. See, the cross thing, think that when he hang you, he's just not only hanging you, but even the enemy, they not knowing it lift him above the normal level. Touch somebody and tell him, when the enemy think they are crucified, they are not crucified. They're just lifting you up to the next level. And see, you got to learn how to worship on the cross. When you're bleeding, can you tell him forgive him? When the thorns are in your head, can you say forgive him? Because now you're on another level. The enemy thought he had done away with God. But what he didn't understand, that he was opening a new revelation. See, what the enemy forgot is to read the complete version. He said, because in 3 days, see, all he knew that he was going to die. And the enemy said, if I can kill him now, that'd be the end of him. You know how we read stuff and we start reading in the middle because we think we understand the end? The enemy started reading in the middle because he understands the end. Because the Bible said that he was going to die. The enemy said, I got him now. But what he didn't understand, that he was on the cross for you and me. They hung him high to raise us up beyond the level. And while he was dying, he was thinking about you. While he was about to leave this physical world, he was figuring out how to get you out before you even got in. Before he left and they laid him in the tomb, he had plans for your resurrection right along with his resurrection. He said, I got to be the example that if I die, I'm going to get up. Touch somebody. Don't be afraid of dying. Because after you physically and mentally die, you're going to get up. Tell somebody, this is the way I get rid of residue that's trying to hold to me. Because when I die, there is a decay process that drains me down from where I was. But remember, the enemy said, we got it now. What's this? There are a lot of times the enemy say he got you because he got you on the cross. But you got to look at him and tell him, yeah, you got me on the cross, but this is where I need to be because I got to die here. I'm going to end it on Calvary. Let the blood run out. I'm going to end it on Calvary. Nail me in my hand, but I'm going to pray for you while I'm dying. Put the thorns on my head, 22 strings. But the Bible said he never said a mumbling word. Take somebody, tell him, you got to learn how to be quiet when you're dying. Because if you say the wrong thing while you're dying, you can mess up in there. Everything is not going to go right. But you got to learn how to bless your enemy while you're dying. You got to learn how to get it up while you're dying. It ain't an easy process. It's a hard process. But you got to learn how to worship from the cross. Because God never told us, and here's the thing that we are trying to get, is that everything going to be all right because he's on our side. He's going to eliminate all my problems. I got some news for you, just like I got some news for myself. There are some things you're going to have to go through. And the reason why you got to go through is because it's pushing you to your next level. If you don't go through it, you don't get to the next level. It's because God ain't going to deliver you out of everything. But he's going to adjust the temperature while you're in the fire. Look at somebody and tell them, God is my thermostat while I'm in the midst of the fire. That whenever it gets too hot, he's going to adjust the, what's this? He's not so much going to adjust me, but he's going to adjust the flames to where it won't destroy me. He's going to bring it down when he need to, and he's going to turn it up when he need to, because now he's an able God. And what's this? Does not he only adjust it, but he's going to step in with me. And watch this, he's not only going to declare my victory, but he's going to walk out with it. I thought about the Hebrew boys that when they got in this, they say, oh, King Nebuchadnezzar, they say, check us out on this status. Even though we haven't bowed, he said, you got to understand the enemy is always going to offer you another opportunity to fail. But you got to understand, don't let it change you. You got to make up your mind, am I going to stand or am I going to bow? You got to understand, is me bowing more sufficient, comfortable enough to me than I stand up against? What's that? She said something as I get ready to close, and I found it to be so true. Look at the society that we're living in. They just passed a law to make it legal for men to marry men. Satan is taking bold steps to destroy the kingdom of God. Watch this. She said everything, this is what blessed me. She said everything is coming out of the closet while the saints of God is going in the closet. Everything is revealing itself while we are hiding. We are trying to cover up what we believe in. See, tell somebody, watch this, don't tell them. We have to go back to what got us where we are right now. We can't leave the basics. We got to go back to praying more. Got to go back to fasting more. Got to go back to laying before God more. Got to go back to seeking his face more. Because the Bible says, him that seek me shall find me. And what's this? The reason why we haven't found him yet is we got to understand, are we seeking him? God is about to break loose some stuff. We got to understand we cannot become comfortable with this world. We cannot become comfortable with its